Ladies and gentlemen, not only were people here in New Jersey voting for the president, they were also voting to make marijuana legal in the state of New Jersey, and it passed. So it is official. Marijuana is legal in New Jersey. And that's all fine and good, but my thing is stop arresting people for marijuana. That is still heavily going on in this country where you got many states that are legal now. And it's happening in those states, you know? And this is one of these things that really need to be addressed, heavily addressed. It doesn't make sense to legalize something and your cops are still out on the street running after people over marijuana. So make up your mind. Either you want it legal, and this whole thing about getting arrested for marijuana is dropped, or forget the whole thing. And, like any state, there's still an issue with Black people being in this business. We've been completely priced out. So this came out in the New York Times, November 4th, 2020. Voters approved a constitutional amended and so to legalize marijuana in New Jersey. So, of course, New York is now watching what's going on. So, after years, and I mean, they have fought in the legislative branch here in New Jersey over this for years. And you always had a big divide on the people that wanted to legalize it and people that did not. And I'm glad they are now going to address the disproportionate arrest of Black people in New Jersey for marijuana. So they said that will be the next part of this that will be addressed. You need to let all of those people go and officially make it clear that cops cannot arrest for this reason anymore. Plain and simple. So the ballot question passed as expected by a wide margin, according to the preliminary results from the Associated Press. The vote allows New Jersey officials to begin the thorny, potentially lengthy process of establishing rules related to regulating and testing cannabis and issuing license, including how many permits to grant and to whom. It is instantly, it raises the ante for neighboring states like New York and Pennsylvania, increasing pressure on lawmakers who support legalizing marijuana and also becoming a competitive edge to New Jersey and what is expected to be one of the largest marijuana markets in the country. That's what they're anticipating. New Jersey is going to be one of the largest marijuana states in the country. Yeah, so they're going to get a lot of money generated that way because, it's generating money everywhere else. State Senator Liz Krueger of New York, she was talking about legalizing a pending bill in Albany. And the yes vote could be an incentive for Governor Andrew Cuomo and lawmakers that need to break the years-long logjam. So they've been debating it up there, but they still have not made a move on legalizing it in New York. Okay, so they're saying they're cheering on New Jersey. And of course, we got Arizona and Montana also approved a ballot measure to legalize recreational marijuana, and voters in South Dakota faced a similar question on Tuesday. If the question passed in all four states, a third of the country will soon live in a state or city where it is legal to smoke pot without a medical justification. 8 years after Colorado and Washington became the first states to legalize the drug. Okay, Again, if that is your goal and that is your attention, you're saying over a third of the country, then stop arresting people for marijuana, because that's dumb after you are selling it in the country. Okay. The question New Jersey voters approved called for 6,625%. Okay, never mind. Let me go back. I think I know what they mean. 6.625% of state taxes. They forgot to put a little dot there. And marijuana sales to customers 21 or older, and permit municipalities to charge an extra 2%. But most other implementation details must now be worked out by the legislature and a cannabis regulatory commission with 5 members, only one of whom has been appointed. In Massachusetts, it took 2 years from the time voters approved non medical use of marijuana to the grand opening of the state's first legal dispensaries. How many Black people own those dispensaries? So they're just saying we're anticipating moving very quickly and enabling legislation that would be, in fact, allow medical marijuana shops to sell to the general public immediately. Yeah, I bet you are going to jump on it because it is a big money maker. In New Jersey, Black residents are more than 3 times as likely as white residents to be charged with marijuana possession, in spite of similar rates of usage, a disparity that they called colossal waste of resources and a colossal waste of people's lives. Yeah, because now you got something on their record, that's going to keep coming up when they're trying to apply for jobs and doing anything they want. The recreational use of marijuana is already legal in 11 other states in Washington, and later the governors of New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut, all Democrats who support legalization, met in New York to try to coordinate marijuana policies. Cuomo identified legalization as a priority in January, well before the pandemic landed a frontal blow to state finances and increased the rationale for finding new products to tax. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think now that New Jersey passed, it won't be long for the other states to pass their laws. They usually will just jump on it right away. But y'all, please tell me what you think. I still want to know how many of these licenses are going to go to Black residents that want to start their business. Now, I know in my state they did try to address that, being that in America it is disproportionately white as far as people that are running these marijuana dispensaries. And Black people pretty much got shut out. So that was also something that was raised in New Jersey about giving license to Black residents that want to do this and not make it so impossible for them to get it, because I mean, just putting up the initial money, that's why you don't see many of us in it, because they have priced us out. They set it at prices that they know Black people don't have that kind of money. Banks do not loan to us. And, like I said, more big issues right there. They don't loan to us. Sure, as long as it's a car or a house, something they can come back and retrieve, they're okay with that. But if you want a business, they got all kinds of reasons for not giving you any loans. But as soon as we start talking about moving our money to Black banks, they all got an issue with that too. Well, you can't have the best of both worlds. You can't keep denying us these things and then expect us to just go with the flow. Those days are done. Those days are over. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.